Students, this is a short video on 3 problems that we didn't get a chance to do in class that I want to see you have explained in a very careful way. So I hope this helps you out. We're going to use this as a review. Now we have two functions, f and g, okay? Now remember how I use little boxes in class. Here's f and here's g. F is x squared plus 2 plus 2x, right? Okay, and then g is x minus 4. All right, what is A asking? It's a composite, f of g of 6. So I start with 6, and I bring it into g. 6 minus 4 is 2. 2 comes out, okay, 2 comes out. And then I've got to put that 2 in here. Remember, that's going to be 2 squared, which is 4, plus 2 times 2, which is 4, so that's 8. This is 8, okay? So we're going to do that for these problems. Okay, how about that second one? All right, so this is g of f of negative 3. So negative 3 is going to go where? Whoops, negative 3 is going to have to go into the f first. So that's going to be negative 3 squared plus 2 times negative 3, which is minus 6. So that's 3. Then I'm going to take that number, put it in for g. 3 minus 4 is negative 1. That's what I'm looking for right there. So that's how to do B. Okay, let's look at C here. C. Whoops. Something happened there. Okay, C. Fog of 0. Okay, so I'm going to take 0. I'm going to go to the G. I'm going to get a negative 4 back out of that. I'm going to take that negative 4, put it in for F. Negative 4 squared is 16. 2 times a negative 4 is minus 8, so that's 8. Okay, that's how we do that. I think we get the general gist. How would I do D? Golf. Golf is G of F of 5. Okay, take 5, put it into F. That's 25 plus 10, which is 35. Put that in for G. 35 minus 4 is 31. Okay. All right, so that's kind of a warm-up here on doing those type of problems. Okay, now here's example 4. Given f of x, now we have a function right here, okay? Find f of x plus h. Okay, f of x plus h. F of x plus h. So wherever I see an x in f, I'm going to put an x plus h. That is going to be 3x plus 3h minus 5. Okay, that's f of x plus h. Now this question says find the difference quotient. Let me explain. You don't have to make a big mystery over calculus here. You remember from geometry you had in grade school, this line's called a secant line. So if I have some kind of function, here's some kind of function, and I want to estimate the slope, I could construct what's called a secant line. See, a secant line going this way, okay? And if this is x, then this y right here is f of x. And if this distance right here is h, this location is x plus h. And what would that y be? Why, that would be f of x plus h, okay? So really, all you're doing here is you're finding the slope of this secant line right here, okay? So don't make it a big deal. Now, let's actually do the problem. Find the difference quotient. Here's my function. And what we got to do is we got to plug in f of x plus h, which we just did over here. 3x plus 3h minus 5 minus f of x. F of x is, well, we're given it, 3x minus 5, okay? All over h. Now someone says, all that is just the slope of that red line, because it's the difference of the y's over the difference of the x's. You are a smart person. Now, Let's distribute that. 3x plus 3h minus 5 minus 3x plus 5 all over h. What goes away? 3x's go away, the 5's go away, and I'm left with 3h over h, which simplifies to 3. And what it's basically saying is the slope of this line is 3. Okay? By the way, isn't the slope of that line 3? Very good. All right, the last thing I want to share with you is the following. Okay, now we have a different function. Notice it's a parabola. It's like upside down. Okay, and I want to find the slope at a couple points. Let's just say they're there. Okay, I don't really know. We're going to have to follow the same procedure. The first thing that we need to do is figure out what f of x plus h is, and then subtract f of x over the h. I'm going to show you a different way of doing these problems. First of all, we got to do the f of x plus h. So wherever I see an x, I must put x plus h. Negative 2 times x plus h squared plus 4 times x plus h minus 1, okay, that's that part, minus, that's the sign right here, f of x. Remember, f of x is negative 2x squared plus 4x minus 1. Okay, we get that. All over h. Well, we need to multiply all of this out. Now, we know from my first day of class that x plus h squared is x squared plus 2xh plus h squared. A little sloppy there, okay? But if we take that and put it over here, what did I say? I said x squared plus 2xh plus h squared. And let's distribute that minus 2, okay? So that would be a negative 2x squared minus 4xh minus 2h squared plus 4x plus 4h minus 1. Now, remember, we got to distribute here. Got to distribute. So that's going to be plus 2x squared minus 4x plus 1. Wow, that was a lot right there, okay? All right, what divides out? Can we play wipeout? Well, yeah, we can. Look like negative 2x squared goes away. Looks like the plus 4x and the minus 4x. Looks like the negative 1 and the plus 1. What are we left with? Good question. We are left with negative 4xh minus 2h squared over h. Now, since h goes into the top and the bottom, we would have negative 4x minus 2h. And what this tells us, this is a formula to find the slope at any x in our situation here. So notice that, let's just say I had a couple points here. That slope is different than this slope, which is different than this slope, okay? So given the x value, it'll tell you the slope. That's kind of interesting. But this is what you need to do when you're doing what I call the difference quotient, okay? Now, folks, there was probably some questions about that you'd like to see, or you'd like to see me do that again. And I have very good news. All you got to do is just hit that rewind button, and you could have me do that problem 5 times over if you want. And that may help, okay? We're trying to fill in the gap on that particular problem. I hope this video helped you, and look forward to seeing you in class.